Hi, people. I was reading all the comments. I didn't do that any sooner because I didn't have a few good days. And then one of my followers, I think, left me a message that I was being bashed in another video by another YouTuber. And I had something like, okay, first I like to know what they say about me, but they were talking, as far as I have understood. As you know, I'm from the Netherlands, so hi, love colors, hi bags. So I'm sorry that I don't say hi to all of you individually. It's not meant to be mean, but I want to make my point. Um, So I got a comment that I was being bashed in somebody's other video, and I had something like, okay, let me look at it, listen to it. And the conversation in that video started with that they were complaining about certain prices of dyes, and that some people were asking crazy amounts for dyes that they let be produced and that they sold themselves and stuff like that. At first, I couldn't figure out anything wrong with what they were saying. I totally agree. Some dyes are way too expensive. And then somebody that's normally also in my chat box commented, well, are you talking about Nicole Silhouette? And some say yes, some say no. And I had something like, but I'm not charging anyone 40, 50, 60 pounds for, because they were talking in pounds. And to give you an idea, £1 is €1.20, and it's in dollars about I think about 150 in dollars. So then you have an idea on what the value of a pound is. So I had something like, but I can't recognize myself in what you guys were saying. Okay, so what I did is I listened to what they were telling each other and asking each other. And then it dawned on me that maybe I'm not saying that it, but that's what upsets me, because what they did is they were even discussing the fact that I raised money to help Ben get treated. That's not true. In the Netherlands, and I will explain all about how dice are priced in a second. But one thing I want to say is, in the Netherlands we all have health insurance, and you can get an extra, um, like you have kind of grades that you can do on top of a basic insurance, and we have an extra insurance on top of our normal insurance. But what isn't covered is, for instance, parking costs, extra driving costs to the hospital. Yesterday, I needed to go get some medicine for Ben, his eye, because his eyes hurt. All kinds of extra little stuff that we weren't counting on. We have to pay the insurance, the extra insurance. On top of that, we have to pay for stuff Ben needs physically. So a special kind of pillow, that's very expensive. That's why I designed a few coasters, and I tried to sell those coasters to cover those costs a little bit. I'm only asking €5 for a coaster, so I don't think I overcharge, but who am I to judge? And I don't think I overcharge the dice that I'm selling. And that's why I wanted to do this live stream. And I'm sorry that I didn't say hi to any all of you individually, but I see you respond, and thank you for being here. But yeah, we have tears in. Yeah, that's true, Laura. But I thought, let me be clear on how stuff is priced. I think it will help you understand why sellers ask a certain amount for a die. The prices sellers ask, I can't do anything about it. Anything. My prices are the same for each and every seller. So if they, for instance, want to charge 600 euro for a die set, it's up to them. I can't tell them, listen, that's ridiculous, because they determine uh, how pricey they want to sell something. But I thought, let me give you a few examples so you know why a die set sometimes is a little bit more expensive, and why uh, I think they charge more. That's the best I can do. I don't think I charge a lot, but that's my opinion. And I can only make the prices for the dice I send out myself. So all the prices that sellers make, I have no, how do you say that in English? Control over that. And that's what I wanted to be clear about. Nicole, you shouldn't have to explain yourself. People send money if they want. You are not forcing anyone. Yeah, I think you're totally right, Randy. I always try to be um, clear about the fact that if you can't afford it, if you don't want to, if you um, don't feel like it, whatever, you don't have to help me. If you want, I'm over the moon. If you can't, if you won't, if you don't, if I will be even polite if you do or if you don't. So I wouldn't change my opinion about you. I can't see into your life. I will not judge, hey, why didn't you help me? Or why didn't you buy a coaster? That's something I would never, ever, ever do in my life, because I want to respect everybody. If you help me, of course I can kiss you, a virtual kiss. But if you don't, you can get a hug from me. That's no problem. Let me be clear on how dice are priced. I will tilt my camera and then I will explain for the people who are interested. That's how I know, after all these years of experience, how dice are priced. So I will tilt my camera so I can draw a little bit and I can show you a die just to make an example. Agreebex craft. If you don't want it, don't buy it. Yeah, I totally agree. Hi, Jill. Hi, Anita. Okay, if I make a die, for instance, and I just do funny shapes, you know me, but if, for instance, I design a tag like this, just a simple tag with a hole in it. Oh, make the size right. I try to draw it upside down so you guys can see it. How many dice I put in here, or like this, or like this, or even a word or a sentiment, or if I do a heart, the price of a die set will be determined on the metal it takes to make the outer die. So what's inside of a die set is normally just waste for a seller and a manufacturer. So everything they can put inside will be extra for them. I will not get paid more if I leave it open. So if I just make a die like this, or if I make a die like this will cost me way more time to make, because everything I make and put inside of a die set, I have to invest my time and energy and skills to make something stunning as an extra die for you guys. And it's not that I want to be humble, or that you guys say, oh, Nicole, you're the best. That's not why I'm saying this. but everything I put inside is extra for you guys. It only, I will make the same if I sell this to a seller or this to a seller, because this is the only thing they are interested in, the outside die, because that determines the price of a die set, what they will charge for a die set. To be precise, when I designed this one, sellers would love for me to do it only like this. But if you die cut this, you are not able, and that's me saying as a crafter, to make it as stunning as that you have this as an extra die, because this extra die, these little tiny details on the bottom, will make it more visibly attractive. But making this die as an extra add-on makes the die set more expensive. If I would do it like this, so the handles on top of here and then here, your die set will be cheaper because it saves them a lot of metal making this extra piece. Sellers aren't happy that I do this, but I think as a crafter, it's important that you guys have this as an extra die. Thank you, Bags. One of them are just too expensive. Yeah, some of them are just too expensive. I totally understand that, and I totally agree. Trust me. That's the reason why I still keep on designing for AliExpress sellers, because that's the only way. Oh, I forgot to add this one to the back. That's the only way I can keep my designs very cheap, or as cheap as possible. Trust me, I've been asked by companies to design for them, but I just don't want to do that, because then I know you guys have to pay a double price for this exact same thing just because there is a brand name on it. And I don't want that. So, hi June. Then there are die sets like this, and then I'm talking about the big 3D die sets that I designed. The cost of this die set, and I will put this one away, is the cost that it takes this as a metal plate. So that's why you have to pay a lot of money for a die set like this. This insert that you see here is just an extra that I put in so you can decorate your purse in more ways. This one, these items are free for a seller, because normally they would etch this away. It's a chemical process how dies are made, and this will be etched away to make them more lightweight, etc., etc. Nicole, you can't worry about what people say. You have a lot of followers that love you and we trust you, so don't worry. And thank you, sweetie. Thank you, Gail. Thank you. You are all so sweet. Yeah, I'm doing all right, Ulrike. Thank you. But it frustrates me that people twist my words, that people think I get rich over it. I do this with passion. Of course, I make money on it. I'm never going to deny that. But it frustrates me that people think that I determine prices. I only determine the prices that I ask in my own Etsy shop. And I determine the prices that I ask a seller for a design. For instance, I had a new shop contacted me last week, and they were a kind of a shop like In Love Arts. Let me put my face in the screen so you can see me when I'm talking. It's called something like Coco Studio or something like that. It's a similar kind of shop as In Love Arts. But as you know, I have done a few designs for In Love Arts, but they messed it up because I had sent them, for example, the die in this size or my design in this size to them. And what they did, they shrunk it so they could make the bag, but then cheaper. And I had something like, if you shrink this, the whole purpose of me making this as a mini album is gone. Um, it's a long story, but I stopped working together with In Love Arts because they just didn't understand what I was telling them, and so on. To keep a long story short, a new a shop like In Love Arts contacted me, asked me if I wanted to make them their designs. They asked me for my design fees. I asked them or told them, and they told me, listen, Nicole, sorry, but you are too expensive. And I get that. I totally understand that. But you ask me if I want to work with you. That's the same thing as you go to your boss. You know what you need to earn or want to earn, or however you want to tell them. And if your boss says, sorry, but I can't afford you, hey, you know what I mean. So that's what happened. And they said, well, thank you for all your time, but yeah, our budget is not big enough to be able to buy a lot of your designs. Okay, I understand. And who am I to judge? I can't see in people's wallets, and I won't, and I don't, and don't want to. But please don't say stuff like that I'm begging or trying to cover costs. If I do that, I will tell you honestly. The honest thing that I did is I designed some coasters because I thought, okay, we all drink something while we craft. I think it's a fun um, thing to have as a coaster. And since some of you love my designs so much, I thought, okay, let me sell them. And the little money I make on them, and we talk about little money, 50 cents or something per coaster. Yeah, I can go put that towards the extra costs I have to get things like a new pillow for Ben or stuff like that. That's all. That's all. And if you think the prices that I count for things are too high, hey, in the Netherlands we say something like um, even good friends. So I will still be your friend, and I still will like you unless you hurt me. That's a different story. But I won't judge you if you don't want to buy something of me. I don't think I am entitled to do that. So um, live and let live. That's my motto, and that's what I live by. And I hope I made it a little bit more clear on when I have a say in certain things regarding a price of a die set. That's why I wanted to come on. I'm going to try to read all your comments. There are so many stupid people. If one thought it was expensive, do not buy. What's the point of sitting online and talking ugly about designers or the shop that makes them and sells? Yeah, I totally agree, Bridget. I totally agree. Je hebt altijd mensen die klagen over. Ja, ja. But yeah, it hurt me because there was a chat about, well, she's trying to cover all the cost from Ben. And that's what lit up the fire inside me and made me upset. Because, ja, Marja, ik denk het wel. Yeah. For the size of your dice, they are very cheap. If they were on sale by a big company with fancy packaging and often tripled, or yeah, I think so too. I think so too, Jill. We get for our hobby the same of you. Yeah, yeah. So you shouldn't have to explain yourself. It's your job. It's the money you earn, like everybody spends the money on. Yeah, that's true. Hi, Rhoda. Hey, I said it right this time. Yeah, we are both doing okay. Ben is doing now a little bit better. Explained perfectly. I love your designs and buy what I want or can, but these other people are just jealous and trying to hurt you. Yeah, June, trust me, I had my fair share of hurting in the craft world, but I also have good news because Before I was reading the comments in my comment list, I do that once a day. I was very happy because, yeah, how do I say this? No, I'm not pregnant or stuff like that. um, uh, where do I start explaining this? About 6, 7, 8 years ago, I believe it's already longer ago, 10 or 11 years. How long is it ago, Ben? 10, 12 years that I started with Copics? I think something like that. Yeah. Yeah, 12, let's say about 12 years ago, I started working with Copic markers. I bought a few. To keep a long story short, I was contacted by a Dutch importer, and they asked me if I wanted to join them on a Copic course in Germany. I went there by train together with two other ladies. I won't call their names because, and most Dutch people will know why. I went there, I had the course, so I was entitled to call myself Copic instructor. I have to say, I learned a lot about Copic markers. But unfortunately, our heating system that normally heats your house 6 or 7 or 8 years later broke down, and we needed the money to buy a new heating system, and we couldn't afford it at that moment. So I sold my Copic markers on an online website in the Netherlands, and I was able to buy a new heating system. That's how it went. And um, but I asked permission for it, and from the company who gave me the markers. So I didn't do anything without them knowing. And they asked me back then to do promotion for another kind of marker. Um, and I leave an important bit out of the story because I know some people will watch this video and are dying to hear me say certain words, and I'm not going into that. So I did it for that company. I went to a very big craft fair in the Netherlands. I had my own booth, and I was so proud. On the booth were very big banners with cards that I made and that I colored in. I was very proud. A lot of Dutch people will know what I'm talking about. They came by my booth, and I felt for the first time in my life how it's feeling like to be a, a known person, if you know what I mean, a well-known person. And I have to admit, it felt good. I can't deny, but it never made me feel like I'm more than anybody else. I'm just a simple crafter. I'm a simple Dutch girl, nothing special at all. But yeah, it gave me a good feeling inside. I have to admit that. So the sales went really good, and the company was happy with me. But the company underwent, I believe I say that correctly, a lot of changes internally, and we lost contact. And 2 or 3 days ago, I posted a few cards on my Instagram that I made over the past years. And people were telling me that they loved my coloring. And I have to admit, back in the days when I colored with Copic markers, my coloring work looked way better than I now do with the pencils I use. Nothing word of I do not like to say anything bad about the pencils because the pencils are good, but it's not comparable with a Copic marker or a marker in general. So um, the coloring started itching again, if you know what I mean. So I contacted the man, the director of the company, and he called me this afternoon, and he told me that he is willing to send me a few sample markers that I can test out from Winsor and Newton. So yeah, I was feeling like a little kid. And I have something like, yeah, I for sure like to try them out. And thank you for willing to send them to me. And but I'm going to give my honest opinion. I told him that, listen, Pete, thank you for willing to do this for me. But you know me, I'm always honest about what I really think about those markers. So I can't wait until they arrive and show you what they sent me and give you my honest opinion about those markers. So they are some of the best on the market. Yeah, I heard that, June. I heard that too. Hi, Connie. Um, I have a small Copic collection, but I'm very unhappy with their new refills and their refill pricing. Yeah, Copics is way too expensive, even for me. Oh, UPS? Oh, see, no dice. They just came in. Thank you all. And so what? So now you can understand that I can't wait until the doorbell rings in about a few days and I see what they have sent me. And I will do a live stream if you guys like it. If you don't, I will do the testing myself, just by myself. But yeah, I can't wait to test them out. I'm also looking at the touch markers. I told him that, and he didn't mind. But yeah, I'm going to see if they are to my liking and if they color, because the pricing of a Copic marker is super expensive, but the way they color, yeah, I have to admit they are, as far as I can say, the best out there. But I didn't test the new markers from a lot of companies yet. So yeah, maybe they changed up and are way better than they were 5, 6, 7 years ago. Would love to watch you try them out. Okay, then I will do a live stream. Good for you. Thank you, Maria. The Copic marker is totally different from coloring pencil. I love both. I color a lot. You can even use them together if you, yeah, I know. I know. I even, I don't know where yeah, I will show it to you guys. I went to Germany back in 2010. It's 11 years ago, Ben. Yeah. I went to Germany and I got this certificate from Marianne Walker. Everybody who's totally into Copics knows Marianne Walker. She is, for me, like the CEO of the company. But yeah, I got my certificate to be a Copic instructor, and I did the course in 2010. Yeah, 2010 Copic Certified Designer Training Program. So yeah, it's still proudly in my craft room that I took the course. So I know a lot about Copic markers, and I can't wait to find out how the other markers will work. And I don't know if you want me to open this. Let me know. I finally caught you live. Hi, creative projects and plans. Hi, sweetie. Maar weer niets voor vandaag. Ik kan ook niet wachten, maar weer niets vandaag. Of 4 weken in Nederland. Oh no, Maria, that's a long time. I have Copic markers, but I stopped buying them 4 years ago. Just too expensive. Yeah, I totally agree. After 4 years of coloring, my markers started to get empty and I needed to get those refills, and it is ridiculous. It's ridiculous, those prices. I always used my markers together with colored pencils. Yeah, it's fun to combine them. How cool. You went by Wiesbaden. I lived there. Hubby was in the US Army. Okay. Yeah, I was in Wiesbaden. There I got the course. Yeah, it was a 3 or 4 day course and I loved it. Yeah. Unfortunately, I've never been able to afford them, but I do wish to try them one day. I think you can't try them out, because then you will fall for them. Yeah. I still think about the day that I had the suitcase with all colors, and yeah, it was sad to have to sell them. But yeah, I don't want to live in a cold house, if you know what I mean. Nicole, I have to go, but still catch up later. Big hugs to you. Thank you, June, and have a nice day, sweetie. Open it. Okay. I will open it. Wait a minute. I have to do this very carefully. Uh, Wait a minute. Then you can see me struggle opening it. I'm Dutch through living in the Netherlands, close to NATO beach. Imagine lol. Oh, let me take my scissors, because is that a new shipment of dice you are holding? Yes. They just arrived a few minutes ago. Ben went to the door and got them. So I think these are my case craft dice. How cool. See? And now I'm starting to be a little kid. Oh, oh, come on. Why won't you open? Is that all? Is that it? Yes, that's all. Okay, cool. I have to see. Oh no, these aren't from Casecraft. These are from, come on, Bakey Store. I know it. Yes. Yeah, Bakey Store. Let me put one aside, because I ordered 2 of each. And that's something I always do. The bigger ones. See, normally I do this before I start the video. Then you don't see me struggle. Oh, that's cool. This is the... Oh, come on. I think I'm missing a part, or am I crazy right now? I think I'm crazy. This is the pencil box. My brain doesn't want to cooperate. Oh no, of course. Oh, Nicole, you're stupid. This is the witch hat. Yeah. See, that's how long it sometimes takes for me to get the actual dice, and then I think, what was it again? Oh yeah. It is the witch hat. Where did I put mine? Yeah. See. Oh, mine came off. What did I do wrong? Come on. This is the witch hat I designed. This hat, that's a gift box. This one is this die set. See, and this, because I want to have those fold lines in it, I can't do anything inside this die. So in order for you to know where you have to fold it, sometimes it happens, Regina. It happened too. Nicole, is it normal for a Copic to drip brand new? Yeah, then there is pressure inside of your Copic marker. What you best can do then is take off both caps and take out with some pliers the, not the brush nib, but the chisel nib. Take it out and put it back in with both caps of your, how do you say that? So like this. So you take both caps off, then you take out the chisel nib with some pliers and put it back in, and then put your caps back on your marker, and then the pressure will be off your marker, and then it doesn't drip anymore. So yeah, that's a tip I can give you. When a Copic marker drips, It's 90% of the time, it's a matter of that there is some pressure inside of your marker. It's just like you squeeze a shampoo bottle or stuff like that. So I never had any drips, even brand new ones, but I stored them laying down. Possibly it could have been overfilled. Yeah, that's an option too. Yeah, yeah, that way makes. Okay, let me tilt my camera so I will show you the dice and I will. So this die set, these two together, will make this hat, witch hat gift box. So it looks like this. This is putting over it, and I even put in the rims around, and the buckle. So that's the set is now available, it's now available in a die set. And I'm still trying to wrap my brain around what did let me first check, because I got this die set and I have the feeling, but I'm not sure. If I do like this, I'm looking onto my files. Oh, okay, yes. It's a Memory Decks mini book set. So if you put this one together, I was torn between two designs that I make. They look a lot alike, but the outcome is totally different. This is to store your Memory Decks base cards, but I will tell that all in a normal video. But that's this set. So if you like Memory Decks, and because I had empty spaces, I thought to add these, because I wanted people to have these clips as stars. I thought they were fun. It's just an ad. An extra, sorry, an ad. They are way cheaper in Germany. Yeah, I know. Can you write the name of the seller down on a piece of paper and hold it up on the screen? Oh, but I can. Yeah, it's Bakey. Bakey store on AliExpress. Let me see if I can give you a link to it. I think I have a link inside my. Yeah, but I have to put it in English, because everybody else going to say, well, it's in Dutch and I can't read it. So I have to put it in the United States. It's a funny word twist, I know. Come on, save. Lotje, you need to take in your tail. So this is the shop that sells the dice that I just got in. And then I designed, oh, see, I knew I wasn't crazy. I knew there was a second part to the set. See, these two go together. I was like, I'm missing a part. I didn't miss it. I didn't look right. Well. But these two go together. I will put it together and then I will show you what it makes. But this is, if you like Memory Decks sets and storage a lot, I will put it together maybe tomorrow if I have time. And then, I don't know if I have it here, but no, it's not here. A few years ago, I believe 4 years ago, I did a very small, and it was very small. It was like this, a very small fireplace set. And when people saw it, they asked me if I could make it into a Memory Decks die set. So this is way larger. It's a chimney piece with Must I tilt my camera? So, come on. Why don't you want to break loose? Well, this piece is like the garland that you can hang on top of your um, chimney piece, the fire. I put in some wood logs. I put in some stockings. I'm trying. And I put in an extra die so you can make the chimney look more 3D. And of course, the memory decks piece that you can build your fireplace on top of the memory decks die set. So I have a good day. Have a good day. Yeah. Have you have to go, stay safe and get well. Thank you, Rhoda. Bye, Yvonne. Sorry, I was so into the die set that I forgot to say goodbye. Gray is blonde too, Nicole. Yeah, I know. But okay, I put in the garland, the fire, some separate leaves. Uh, you can use them as leaves, but if you look very close, they can be the tip of the nose and the heel area of your stockings. I made the shape so you even can use them as little itty bitty leaves. I won't recommend, but it's possible. I put in a few bows so you could decorate your garland with bows. And yeah, I think it's a fun set if you are into memory decks dice. I think it's a fun set to have. And then the next one, let me see. This one I was waiting on this one personally. As you know, I sometimes design dice that I personally wouldn't use, but that I know that some of you will like a lot. But this die set, I think it will go into my pile of never get rid of these. We all have a pile of dice that we don't want to lose. And I think this is going to be in that pile. Let me take it out of the packaging so you can see it very clearly. But I made two reefs, and if you die cut these leaves will look amazing. And I will show it. I will die cut them later, and I will post a picture of them on my Instagram. These will definitely go into my pile. Never ever want to lose them. So thank you, Laura. Where can I buy the fireplace die? Jan Strauss, I will wait a minute. I will give you a link to the store that sells all these dies that I'm showing you now. You just have to go, if you look on your, I will do that later back in the packaging. If you look on your phone, just go to dice. Let me see if I can. How do I do that? Well, that will take me too long to do it on my phone. But if you go to the store, look under cutting dice designed by Nicole, and then click on the newest, and then you will find them because these will be in Bakey Store. Let me see if they are already in the shop. I think so, but I have to log into my AliExpress to see if they are in. Come on, AliExpress, be something a bit quicker. Yes, the leaf branches. I will put the link in the description box so you know where to find them. And I will also do the link. The link that I just shared is the link to the branches. And the link that I'm going to share is to the fireplace set. So the second one, the one that I put in now, is to the fireplace. Thank you, Jan. Whoa, the wreath looks amazing. Thank you. Yeah, I really like them a lot. And I think these will be stunning at, you call them CAS cards, CAS, clean and simple. I think these will look elegant. And what I did, I don't know if you can see, but it's a left and a right-sided one. So if you want to have them like this or like this. I always think of stupid things like that. And then the next one I have is also a memory Dex one. And this one I made a long time ago. I designed a long time ago. So thank you, Jan. Bakey Kit at AliExpress. Yeah, that's right, Nina. Hi, Danielle. Sorry, I didn't say hi to you. Hi, Sandra. Love the fireplace die. Thank you. Thank you, Regina. Yeah, this is a TV, an old vintage TV, shaker die set, memory decks. And what I put in are all the signs, like the live from YouTube, the T from Twitter, or the bird from Twitter. The other one is from, I can say it 100 times normally. Help me. Having both direction is not stupid. No, I know. I've been watching, but too tired to comment. No problem, Lori. I'm already happy that you're here. Thank you for being here. Um, oh, what is it? The popular thing besides Twitter, where they do dances and stuff like that. TikTok. Thank you, Ben. Yeah, so the Instagram signs are in, the YouTube signs are in, the TikTok, the Twitter, and it's all in there. I can see if I can find the link. The link to that die set is, and it's a memory dex one, but you don't have to make it into a memory dex one. And to the rescue, yeah, TikTok. Yeah, see? Oh, sometimes all those names. Getting a bit old. And then the next one, I did a really teeny tiny picture frame die set. That's how I call it. You can make it in anything you want, of course, and I made it because I sometimes see the bigger tags that people dress up, and I wanted you guys to be able to dress up a tag in a winter scene. So this is what I designed. This is the frame. This is something that you can put on top of the frame to layer it, to make it look like the thing inside is really framed. I put in a Christmas house, a little tiny two Christmas houses, and this house can have snow around the door edge or door frame and around the house itself. And I even put in the windows to put on the more Amsterdam styled house. So yeah, and this is just a production tag that can be discarded. But yeah, I put in two Christmas trees, but I made it so you can dress up tags in a stunning way or use it on your memory decks because it has the perfect size. Let me show it with the standard memory decks die. Where did I put mine? Yeah, it fits. It's hard to see, I know, but it fits perfectly on a memory decks die. So if you are into that kind of stuff, that's why I designed it. It is really small but detailed with a lot of extra little itty bitty dies to dress it up. I don't see it in a store. I was seeing if I could give you guys a link, but I think, oh no, I was looking over it. But this link that I'm putting in now is the link to the little die set that you can use on little tags or on memory decks. And then, thank you. Oh, I love this one. Yeah, Sonia details. I think it's helping me a lot that I'm a crafter myself. Because when I craft, I sometimes think, oh, I wished I had a very little this or that. And so when I design the dice, I think in my mind, I'm already picking out colors and shapes and sizes, and then I think, oh, then a bow would be pretty, or a tree would be fun, or it would be fun to have a little car. So then I add those items because when I would use it myself, I would look for things like that. And it's hard to find an itty bitty a car or tree in an other die set that fits perfectly that die set. So that's why I try to think of those things. I guess I buy most of those dice and tell the family someone sent them to me as a gift. Ah, I'm too stupid. What's the purpose of a memory dex? I bought a couple and cut off holes. Nina, um, as far as I know, but people can correct me if I'm wrong. Back in the days, they had artist trading cards. I don't know if you know what those are, but it's a little card that you can decorate in your style and gift it to somebody else who, for example, likes your style. And to me, a memory dex die is a bit like that. So you create something on it in a certain team, but in your style, and you can gift it to somebody who admires your work. That's how I think, but people correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, got it. Picturing a Rolodex. Yeah, yeah. Memory decks and Rolodex are the same. But I believe, but I'm not sure, that Rolodex is a protective name and that's why they call it memory decks. But I'm not sure. I don't buy at AliExpress. My experience has been horrible and it takes months to deliver to Puerto Rico. I wish that you had other form of selling. Nina, I can totally understand, but the problem is any other form that I would be able to sell it in would make the dice way more expensive, and that's the problem. But you can, for instance, the sellers that I work with, ask them if they can ship it in another way that makes them come in way faster. Ask the sellers because there are more options for shipping. Right, Rolodex. Yes, I believe you are right. Two different. Ah, thank you. Yeah, I wasn't sure. So, oh, and yeah, an ATC is what they used to do. And I have the feeling that Memory Dex is now taking over what they used to do on an ATC because an ATC card is smaller than a Memory Dex card. And then last but not least, the one that I also really like, and I hope you guys do too. Uh, I don't know if you have seen the marshmallows that I designed for Chaos Craft. I made that into a back topper set because um, I thought it was fun. And around this time, people are making hot cocoa sets and stuff like that. And I think it's fun to have a set like this. So it's not the same as the one that Chaos Craft is selling, but the same style. So in this set, you will find a left and a right one, and you need one to make the front and back match with each other. You need a mirrored image. This way you can decide if you only want to dress up the front or front and back. So that's why you have a left and a right one. It comes in a small set and in a bigger set. You can make it into a shaker. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that really soon Christiana will, from Christiana Adventures, will do a video on how to assemble one. But yeah, this is the Memory Dex one, and the Memory Dex one has the boy and the girl connected together. So yeah, you can use it like this and then only do the chocolate dripping, but you can go full out and put faces on them and make them in a boy and a girl, but you need the left and the right-sided die to be able to have the back topper look pretty and not weird, because if you only have a left one and you would turn that over, it doesn't line up with the one that's up front, and that would look weird. So that's why you need a left and a right-sided one. I'm really happy to finally see you happier. Thank God. Thank you, Nina. That's really sweet of you. I was a little bit sad in the beginning of this video. I agree. I still belong to an ATC group, and we also trade memory decks. See, I knew it. But was my explanation right? Sissy, does memory decks now takes over a little bit what ATC was back in the day? But maybe I'm wrong. I'm not into that type of thing, so correct me if I'm wrong. There's nothing bad about that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I was reading your guys' comments, so that's why I did a little bit funny. I don't buy it. Oh, yeah, I already answered that one. Yeah. So yeah, these are the new dice. I will make a normal video about it. So for the people who don't want to look into long videos or live streams, I totally can understand. But please, if you because that's how I started this video. I was upset because there was people who thought that I would make up the prices that sellers count in the store, so charge in the store. I do not make those prices. What I do is I design something. I ask the seller a certain amount for my design. The seller tells me if he thinks what I ask is normal and pays me, and then they are producing those dies. Of course, they are a little bit more expensive because they have to pay me as a designer, and that's the truth. But if a die set is $30, $40, $50 and you think that others would sell it for $10, I can't do anything about it. The only thing you can ask is the seller. The seller determines the price, not me. I can only determine the prices that I count in my Etsy store, and I think those are not very expensive. But that's my opinion. And you don't have to agree with me. We still can be friends, although we don't agree. Ben and I don't agree sometimes too. And then I say, okay, we agree that we don't agree. And that's it. So not to take just another form. Chrissy sent me an email. I sure like to know what you mean, because I have no idea. Another form, I can't sell them in my Etsy store. That's way too much work for me as a single person. Your explanation of what they are was essentially correct. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I was happy that I had the information correct. Purchase the wreath. Oh, thank you, Sandra. They wouldn't accept my credit card due to security reasons. Never had that happen before. Can't wait for it to go. But I understand that it's now all okay. I don't know what happened with AliExpress, but it's no one's business. Either you buy it or not. Yeah, I agree, Regina. I agree. But still, sometimes, even though I can't agree on the complaint, I understand why they think, but they don't investigate before they say something. And that's why I wanted to be clear to you how the prices of dice are being made, as far as my information goes. I agree, Regina. It's her business and no one else. Yeah, that's true. Tracy is talking about ATC and memory dex cards. Yeah, she is. Yeah. Sweet people, I'm going to go. I wish you a very nice day. Thank you for being here with me. Don't worry about me and Ben. We are doing well, but yeah, it takes time. It takes time. And when I have an update or news about other things, I will come on live and tell you. I wish you all a nice day. Thank you for all your love and support. And until the next time, bye bye.